Okay, I'll be your biggest fan. All right, guys, here we go. So, you might not know this about me, but yes, okay, you found me. Hands up. I was there in the beginning. I am one of the witnesses that was there in the beginning when God was defeating the devil. I am one of the witnesses, not a Jehovah Witness. I am a witness. Jesus, for whatever goodness knows why, whatever reason, handed me over to witches and demons, and I have suffered insufferably for almost 40 years. And I'll say, be warned, you could go to hell. I'll tell you what, living this life has already been 40 years of hell. It is enough. Enough is enough. How can I, as a preacher and a teacher, trying to, well, I'm not the teacher, he's the teacher, but as someone that is meant to be a witness to declare the goodness and the glory of God, and then it's like, well, look how he treats his people. Look how he treats the people that love him. You get slaughtered, you get bullied. We are fed as sheep to feed the Romans so they can have expensive cars, good lives. They don't get diseases. They don't get the sexual abuse. They don't get the stigs and the council estates, whatever. But they have their own issues where they have to, where they mow the lawns and they try to deal with legislations and stuff, but they have a lack of love. So God says, I will feed my sheep. So the Romans are his sheep, and they're struggling with the legislation because God is righteous. So they try their, to bless them. They try this so hard to keep all the rules and the regulations. Like, we mow the lawns, we cut the hedges, we do this, and they're tired, and they are tired, and I feel that. And they need love, just like everybody else. We all struggle. You've got people coming up. You've got the Jezebel spirit. You've got teenagers running about in hot pants. You've got uh, other people struggling with lust, whatever. You've got, we all struggle with sin, with the flesh. And Jesus says, I am the way, the truth, and the life, and there's no way into heaven without me. We're all screwed, basically. We're all guilty, and there's nothing you can do about it. There's different positions for different people. So as for me and my team, if I even had a team, my team would be is that my team is, I'm Team Jesus. Like, I trust Jesus. I don't claim to be perfect. I've got my sinful condition. I don't claim to be a perfect man. There's also neighbors and stuff that try really, really, really hard to try and do the best they can to try and help people and to do good to the community. They know that their good works are like filthy rags, just as I know all our works are like filthy rags. We're all dirty rags. And but obviously God is a good father, right? So whatever it is, we're here to, everyone's trying to feed everyone. So hopefully, at least if you get fed, you've got someone to cuddle and maybe to make love with. If you get cold at night, or to lay down. And some people take all the good stuff and they'll leave you with literally nothing. um, and all you can say is, well, Jesus, I did my best to try and help everyone. Thanks for the snuggles and cuddles. At least I got a big fan. So yeah, anyway, not going to be disgruntled. As people and followers of Jesus, maybe sometimes he sends us to give people a bit of a reminder to say, look, can you at least like say thank you before you have your food, or have some gratitude? I know life is hard, but life was really hard for Jesus. Like, he didn't do anything wrong. He died on the cross. He died for our sins. But then you're like, well, why did he make us like this in the first place? I mean, like, I don't know. Just maybe that's just the way it is, what it is. We're not the moral obligator of the universe. God knows what is going on. We just have to. There are weeds and plants. There's like a real big mess right now. But all we know is that if you're a believer in Jesus, you're a child of God, and that means that you have certain rights, and that means that, I don't know, a child of God is, I don't know, meant to be loved. Like, how do you treat your children? Do like, for me, if I have a child, I would like to make sure they're safe and make sure they have a good night's sleep. I'd probably sing them a song. I'd probably grab my guitar. I can't sing very well, but I'd probably grab my guitar and sing a song and and give them some love, and maybe sing some Bible verses and tell them to tell them the Lord's Prayer, like, Our Father who art in heaven, holy be your name. Heaven come on down, whatever, just or something, to give some comfort or whatever. But some of you are out there, and you're doing like police stuff and legislations, and so where to find the balance? There's something not right here. There's something just not right. But as children of God, if you're a believer in Jesus, you are a child of God. If you believe that Jesus died and rose again, and you confess with your mouth that Jesus Christ is Lord, you are a child of God. And so if we are a child of God, what does Jesus say to us? The greatest commandment, to love God with all your heart, mind, and soul, and to love your neighbor as you love yourself. And I've thankfully been blessed with some lovely neighbors. I pray for them a lot, but they might not know about it. Or maybe they do. But I got like Phil Wickham and Kyrie Joe over there. I got like I Still Believe over there. Anyway, right. So, this is tough times. Come on, goodness of God. Anyway, so we can't always judge someone by their circumstances or their outward appearance. So some good news today is that they were doing some amazing work in the park. They were they were doing some stuff in the skate park. They're trying to reach out to people. I got the YouTube playlist. We're trying to reach out to people. So faith, hope, and love. Like the Apostle Paul, faith, hope, and love. Without, if you haven't got love, you've got nothing. What's the point? What kind of life have you got if you just literally sit there with a paper and pen and be like, you're like you feel like a robot, right? So that's maybe why God sends us as food as you have to try and deal with the difficulty things of the world, that you're like, we know you need love, and you're like, so you send us, and we're used as food to give you some the comfort that you need, or to support that whatever. But we all struggle. We're all in the struggle with the flesh. We're all whatever. But I promise you, Jesus is alive, and it is me. I am only a witness to the light. Jesus saved my life just over 12 years ago in China, and hopefully my YouTube play or not just my YouTube play. I think some people have helped me with my YouTube playlist. Thank you very much. You guys have been amazing. Thank you very, very much. Have to deal with those demons and witches. Oh, I'm telling you, it's a battleground. But I just want to say thank you so much for standing with me and helping me along this journey. And I pray that God blesses you. And I'm really glad you're safe. You got a safe house. You got happy children. You've got people that love you. You haven't been sexually abused. You haven't been, left on the streets or dragged, whatever. Like, I mean, I just don't get that. I don't understand. So right now it's very confusing. As children of God, like, why would you do that? I think it can be confusing for everyone. But maybe sometimes through our suffering, God's like, well, look what the world, if I'm going to suffer, you're going to suffer too. And then maybe God's got an attitude. He's like, it's like, if I'm going to go through this, you're going to go through it too. But then some people are escaped from that. There's another group of people that are left outside of the Bible scenario, where they're just like, we're the righteous ones of God. I was raised by Romans, so I am a little bit aware of that. Not a perfect man, but anyway, I just pray that you're all doing okay. I love you guys, and just for crying out loud, this is just absolute bonkers right now, isn't it? So hopefully, inner peace. Breathe in, breathe out. Wax on, wax off. So that's all we can do right now. Love you. There's some amazing guys. If you check them out on the playlist, if you're watching this video, you've got like Pastor Stephen. I love you, Pastor Stephen. He's so cute. And you've got Sean, and you've got Ray, and you've got Mr. Todd, and you've got like some really amazing men. You've got Joe from Off the Curb Ministries, Louis Giglio. Like, these are really incredible. Tommy and Eddie, like, they're the most amazing. Like, anyway, love your neighbor. Boo.